Hey guys, it's Wendy Kennedy, and I'm going to talk tonight about coaching, and I'm going to cover off some of the things that it entails. Clearly, I'm not going to be talking about all of the things, but I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I think is important, and I'm going to share that with you. So I am on Facebook Live. I am on my iPad. If by some stretch of the imagination the interweb cuts out and I get lost and you lose me, I will come back and I will start another live broadcast and we'll go from there, because there have been some crazy things that go on during these live opportunities. So, and say hi if you're on. I see people are coming on, and I am going to give a few minutes for people to hop on and get settled in, just because that's generally what happens. Everybody kind of takes a few minutes to get settled in, but go grab a glass of water. I've got some BCAAs here in my water. Go grab a glass of wine. As you can see, I'm super comfy. I've got my leggings on and I don't match. This is like you know, the newscasters. Are they wearing pants? Are they not wearing pants? Hey Jackie and hey Taylor. So yeah, I am actually going to give just another minute or two and see who's going to pop on. Hopefully I'm not talking to myself, but if I am talking to myself, that's okay too. This video will be on the wall live, clearly right now for the duration, but afterwards it will be posted to the wall as a recording, so you can come back and watch it at any time. And I hope that I hope this really helps, and I hope that that you get something from it. If you have questions, post. I am going to probably address questions towards the end because I get distracted by the shiny things. Squirrel. So if there's a bunch of questions and I'm not answering, it's just that I've got this goal to get through these points, and then I'll try to go through at the end, or you can always just message me if you have any questions at all. So I guess I'm going to get started and let you guys in on a little bit of fun facts. So if you're just popping on, my name is Wendy Kennedy, and I live in a really super small town, a dusty town in southern Alberta called Bow Island. It's really close to the Montana border. And I am a 4-star premier coach. I am married, been married for 28 years, and my husband's name is Scott. And I have 2 kids, Lauren and Morgan. Lauren is 28, 27, and Morgan's 21. I always have to stop and think about that. And I have a grandson, Jude, who's 2. And I'm going to just kind of like go into a little bit about my journey in fitness and how I got started in this company, and you know why I'm still here and why I love it and why I'm sharing with you. So honestly, when it comes to fitness, I have been kind of like, in past years, I was kind of like on and off. I was hot and cold. I was Katy Perry. That was a Katy Perry song. And I would go for stretches of time, and then I would just like do nothing. And I would go and I would be pumped up and I would do nothing. And I actually, before Morgan was born, I was into powerlifting. So I did that for a couple years. My next door neighbor was Canada's deadlift champ, so it was kind of convenient. I trained with him, so I was really into that. And then I get away from it. And, you know, another baby comes along. Life happens. You find reasons, aka excuses, to not put yourself first. And so that was me. That was me using life as an excuse to not do the things, right? And it wasn't, honestly, it wasn't a priority for me. And so now it is. Let's just say that now it is. And so I came across, and I honestly, I have been trying to rack my brain as to where I first heard about this program, but I came across Chalene Extreme. So if you're familiar with Beachbody, you will know that Chalene is one of the older programs, and that was my first Beachbody program. I wasn't actually even a customer. I was an eBay purchaser. Oh, I didn't even buy it from Beachbody. That's me, and I'm admitting it. So hopefully Carl's not going to be too pissed off at me, but I am that person. I bought it from eBay, and that's where I get started. And so I pressed play every single day. I showed up. This program was not like the programs we have today, right? We're really we've got real diverse selections now with the 21 day fix, which is 21 days, right? 22-minute hardcore, which is 4 weeks, I think. And like the programs are shorter, right? They're not making 90-day programs anymore. We have the option to do programs for as long as we want. But this program was 90 days. I showed up every single day for 90 days. And then guess what? I loved it so much that I did it again. So I did another round. And man, like it was awesome. The workouts also were not short like they are today, right? They were longer workouts, and I was dedicated and I showed up, and I had so many changes in me. And yes, there were changes that were physical. You know, I lost weight. I don't have a huge weight loss story, but I definitely, my body changed, and I, got some of the muscles back, which I love. And the biggest transformation was definitely the muscle that was worked between my ears. And I always tell this one because it is part of my story. Chalene is a fantastic motivator, and she got me looking at life in ways that I never even thought about. And my transformation was a mental transformation because she helped me, for lack of better words, get my head out of my butt when it was up there pretty far. And that is the biggest and most happy moment for me because it was a huge shift right there. And so from there, I went on to do a few other programs. I did P90X, which I always say is my wheelhouse program. That's, once again, an old school program, right? But I loved it, and it changed me. And at that time, I was a customer. I turned into a customer. Canadians could be customers, but Canadians could not be coaches back then. That was a long time ago. So we could only be customers. And so I knew that this was an awesome company. So I started researching it, and I started researching some of the top coaches that time. And because Shalene's sister was one of the coaches, I was following her a lot. So I was paying attention to these people that were making a difference in this company. And I'm like, I need to be part of this. Like, I need to be part of this. I loved what they represented. I loved that they were changing people's lives. I loved everything about it, but I couldn't do anything about it because it was just me, and I was a Canadian girl, and I couldn't be a coach. So fast forward a few years, a few of my US friends, my buddies, messaged me, and they're like, Wendy, Beachbody's coming to Canada. You can be a coach. And I'm like, what? So I am actually a founding coach. That's cool. I'm a founding Canada coach, and I signed up like literally 30 seconds after they put the opportunity live, right? I actually got in when they were doing a test run. Do not tell. But I did. And that was in October of 2012. And my nose is going to start running as soon as I get on talking. So that was October 2012. Here we are in October 2016. So I've been a coach for 4 years. And it's changed my life in so many ways, because I'm going to go back again and talk about what I was doing for work. I was working away from home. I was away from my home. I was away from my kids. I missed so much of their lives, and don't even get me started because I'll do the ugly cry. Hi, Lauren. And we were living here in Alberta, and I was away like 2 to 3 nights a week. I was in Calgary a lot. I spent a lot of time in hotels. I was working, and I was also working this business part-time while I was doing my full-time job, and I made it work because I wanted to do it. I just knew that I was going to be part of it. And not till down the road when I saw like what this company could do for me did I really say, okay, I'm doing this full-time, right? So some turn of events in life happened, and I ended up leaving my job And I'm like, here is this opportunity for me to like kick ass in this business. So I did. So I went forth and I kicked ass every day. And, you know, I soon saw the potential for this to be life-changing for myself and my family. And it did work out that, guess what? I'm full-time. Like, I'm a full-time coach and I love what I do. I could not be more passionate about what I do. And this is something I could definitely talk about for a while, but I don't want to talk too much longer about that, but I am going to get into the whole reason why I have you here. So let's talk about this business. And right out the gate, I'm just going to say the goals that you have in this business, that's your choice, right? That's totally your choice. And that is up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to run your business. Okay, right out the gate, I'm not telling you. So the first thing that we do as coaches is we run something called challenge groups. And this is really awesome because as a company, we lead with health and fitness. And in my opinion, true change is physical and mental, right? And we're here to promote a healthy lifestyle. That's what we do as a company. We are here to promote a healthy lifestyle. That's it in a nutshell. We've got so many incredible tools. Recently, there was an app. I'm going to get my phone out here and see if I can get it open in a hurry. But there's an app called the Challenge Tracker app. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's called My Challenge right there. It's up top. The one with the little notifications. So technology allows us to have this as something as well. Like we do Facebook groups, private Facebook groups. We have this app now, which is incredible, a tool, which is for accountability, which is the biggest part of this business because, you know, if you aren't accountable to yourself or to others, you're not going to show up. That's where this is awesome. That's where our groups are awesome. Accountability is the biggest factor because you can buy a program all you want. And I know because I have plenty of clients that have bought programs and have never opened them. That makes me sad. That they never even crack it, or they start it and it's because they don't have a place to check in. They're putting it on the back burner. They're putting themselves in the back burner. They're putting the program on a shelf in the family room. And it stays there, and it makes me sad, okay? And I'll tell you, you know, if you're thinking about coaching and you're coming into this with the mentality, you know, Beachbody's about selling. Hi, Wandy. That's okay. Beachbody's about selling. It's not about selling. Yes, we sell, but what we do is not about selling. And I'm going to talk about that, right? It's about sharing your journey. It's ultimately hands down about sharing your journey. And there are, like, that's one of the hesitations, and I'm going to cover off a few of them. You know, people have hesitations about joining this company, and I'm gonna break them down for you and dispel those myths because I don't think that these are valid. Not that they're not valid, it's just that, no, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to prove you wrong. First one is I'm not fit enough. I am overweight. I'm not a size whatever, right? Whatever you think your ultimate size is, a size 6 or a size 1 or a size 0. I don't know. I'm not fit enough. That is like so not true. Like you don't have to come into this being like this. The most inspiring coach is the coach that comes into this and says, you know what, take me as I am and look at what I'm doing and be inspired by it. That is the most successful coach. I have those coaches on my team. They're rock star coaches and they're not a size 0. They're out there telling their story because people are looking at them and they're saying, my God, like this is relatable, right? If she can freaking do it, I can do it. I can do it, right? So you don't have to be fit. You don't have to be in your optimum shape. You just need to be willing to share what you do. Next one, time. Well, I don't have time, right? How many, this one's a big one. I hear this a lot. I don't have time. I'm going to tell you that there are people that are way freaking busier than you that are killing it in this business. Killing it. Dead. okay? We all have the same 24 hours as Beyonce and Mother Teresa. You know that quote, right? But I'm going to tell you, when I started out, I started in this business as a part-time coach. I was working full-time. I was traveling all over Hell and Creation. I was all over this province and the next province. I was away. I was strapped, man. I'm telling you, like, I had zero time, but guess what? I found snippets of time. Because why? Because I created them, because I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this. And I know I'm feeling like preachy now, right? But I found time. If you were getting up at 6 o'clock and you wanted to make this work, well, guess what? You get up at 5 o'clock. I got up earlier in the morning and I stayed up later at night. I made no excuses, zero excuses, because I wanted to do this business. On my coffee breaks, I was answering messages. On my lunch break, I sat with my phone and I talked to people and I had conversations and I made it work, okay? And remember, we all have the same 24 hours, and there are people that are so much busier than you that are killing it, killing it. Another one is the fear of being judged and criticized. This one for me, like resonates in such a huge way because I was that coach. When I first became a coach, I was really super paranoid, I guess is the word. I don't know. All I could think of was, well, what are they going to say about me? Like, what if they call me out, or what if they talk about me, or what if they think I'm a fake, or, you know, all those thoughts going through my mind. But guess what? You know, their opinions don't pay my bills now, and they sure as hell didn't pay them back then. And I remember waking up one day and just having this like epiphany. I swear, like the light shone down from heaven and the angels sang, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done caring, right? This is me. This is what I love. If you don't like me, they have an unfollow and an unlike button for a reason, right? If you don't like me, then don't follow me, right? I'm here to inspire and share my journey with the ones who want to hear it. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Okay? This one is another one that I hear a lot. There's too many Beachbody coaches. Everyone I know is a Beachbody coach, right? Oh my gosh, this is so not true. So not true. You might know a lot of Beachbody coaches, and for a fact, there are over 450,000 Beachbody coaches. This is the number. I haven't actually looked to see the exact breakdown, but there are over 450,000, and hang tight, coaches in Canada and the US right now, and only a third of them are working the business. And only about 500-ish of those coaches are actually really successful. Is your mind blowing yet? Blowing off your shoulders? Yeah, those are some pretty crazy numbers, hey? And about two-thirds of the coaches that are in this network are in it for the discount. And it's not because this is hard, right? Like I told you what I did. I shared my story. That was it. It's not that it's hard. It's that they don't maybe see the benefit of this business and what it can do for them, or they're scared poopless to do this. Because I have so many coaches that are part of my team that fear is holding them back in such a huge way. Holding them back from going forward. So I just think, like, you know what, like my journey allows me to every single day talk with people that, you know what, if I wasn't putting it out there on social media, I wouldn't have most of the friends that I have right now if I hadn't decided to do this. I would not have most of the friends. And if I had not connected with these people and started sharing my journey, my friends list would be, like, my friends list is massive and I love it. I love it. My friends list would be super small. And so I just always think about that because, like, this fit family that I have, it's changed my life in ways that I can't even begin to tell you right now. And, you know, we all, I think, have this innate need to feel like we belong, like we're part of something. And this is pretty friggin' cool. This is something that I'm proud to be part of and is a major part of my life. And if it was taken away, I would cry some tears. I would be crying, like, seriously, I'd be crying some sad ass tears because I think this is important in ways that, like I said, I cannot even begin to describe. And, you know, really cool fact is right now we're a $1 billion company, over $1 billion company. We're just getting started. We right now are only in Canada and the US, right? Beachbody's only in Canada and the US, but they're testing they're doing test runs with a lot of different things in other countries. And guess what? It's not US and Canada for long. It's going to expand. It's expanding, right? Every single day we're growing and we are expanding our market. And I love that. I love that. Okay, another one, and I addressed this earlier, selling. I don't want to sell. Well, you know what? Like we're not here to push products. If you head over to my Facebook page or look at my own personal page, like I'm not putting sales links up saying P90X, get it for like whatever $49.99 on sale this week. Like that's not what it's about, right? Like, and if I see you putting up links, I'm totally going to tell you to take that down. Like we're not about that. If you just wake up and say, you know what, like I'm okay taking my story and sharing it with others, that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. If you are willing to work first and foremost on yourself, that's it. That's how I built my business, guys. Right from the ground up, I built my business by waking up and saying, you know what can I do today to be better than I was yesterday? And whether that's, you know, a physical transformation, whether that's a mental transformation, you know, personal development is massive in this company. And there's a reason. There's a reason. And go back to when I was doing Chalene Extreme. She was like giving me snippets of personal development woven in with those workouts every day. And I'm like, oh, that's what that is. That's what that is. I'm on to you, right? But it exists for a reason and it changes you. It changes you. Okay, more water. I know, Jackie, and that's totally true, right? And that's a big part of this business for me, is being part of something that is incredible. And I'll tell you, I know I'm getting off topic, but I'm going to an event this weekend in Edmonton, and I'm speaking at it. I'm semi-terrified, but I'm excited. I always get terrified to talk, but it's like when you are surrounded by people who are like just like you in the mentality, like you can't even put a price tag on that. You cannot put a price tag on that. It is something, it's a movement, and it is, I mean, ultimately at the end of the day, it's a movement that I'm super proud and impressed that I'm part of. Okay, another fear here is the fear of failure. What if you fail, right? What if you decide to jump in and you fail? But what if you fly, right? What's the worst that could happen? You come in, you come on board as a coach, you get set up with an awesome workout. You all know like what the workouts are about, right? If you don't, you should ask me about them, because I will tell you all about them. You get a workout, you get a meal plan, you get accountability with not only me, you get accountability with a whole team of coaches that are on this journey as well. Like this journey doesn't end. It's ongoing and changing. And you dig in, you join a challenge group with us. You focus, first and foremost, you focus on your health and fitness and that muscle between your ears, right? And so you're focused on that. So what worst case scenario? What if the business side of it, you don't dig in, you don't, it doesn't take off for you, but you still have all this other stuff going on? You still have all this good happening to you because of what you chose? I think it's worth it, right? You get to change physically and mentally and you grow. How can that not be an awesome thing anyway, right? Even if you don't pursue the business, you still have done something incredible for yourself. All right. And honestly, I heard this week and I'm like, this is so true. To me, there are two types of coaches, right? There are coaches that quit and there are coaches that succeed. And that's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. I have a lot of coaches that quit. They don't see the vision. They don't see the things that I see. They don't have the persistency, the tenacity. They don't have the vision, I guess. That's what it comes down to. But there are coaches that come into this business that kick ass every single day, and they see it. They see the vision with their own eyes. They look forward to the future, and they can see what this can do for them. And I'm that coach. I'm that person. That's why I'm still here. That is why I'm still here. And that's why I'm not going anywhere. And as long as you don't stop, honestly, as long as you keep pushing forward, you keep going, you don't quit, you're going to have success in this business. And to be honest, success for me might mean something different than success for you means, right? Like success for you might just mean that you want to get yourself physically more in shape. It might mean that you want to work those, those muscles between your ears. It might mean that you want financial freedom, right? It might mean that you want to be an elite coach, or it might mean that you want to be a top 10 coach, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what your goal is or what success means to you. I know what it means to me, but yours might be something different, and whatever you choose is okay, right? So now I'm going to get on to the part that I know everybody wants to know about, but they're always afraid to ask. And it's, how do we earn money, right? That's one of the parts. This is a business, and I'm going to give you some ways that we earn in income and break it down. And I'm not going to bog you down with like 20,000 facts and figures of the whole thing, but I am going to give you some of the base methods. And right out the gate, Beachbody, and I'm going to say this because I have to say this because the nice lawyers tell me to, but Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. That's based on what you put into this business, and you're going to get back what you put into it, okay? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and like I always tell my team, what you focus on expands. That's like the best quote ever. What you focus on expands. If you focus on your business, it's going to grow, hands down. So here are some of the ways that we earn money. Right out the gate, when you come on board, you get 25% commissions on anything from our sites that your customers buy. You get to take advantage of something called a team cycle bonus. And we make nothing from anyone that comes on and signs as a coach with us. Just let me make that clear. We don't make anything from that. But we do make money if they decide that they want to invest in the products or the programs in themselves, and they want to start to grow the business, all right? We're not a pyramid scheme. We don't make money from people signing up. That's not how it works. I've got notes, by the way, because I need them. And the way that you make money and how to really make your business explode is to focus on building a team. And when those people actually start to work the business, that's when your income starts to grow, and that's when your business starts to really take off. Another cool way, and I love this, like, don't even get me started, but we earn 50% commission on all club memberships that our clients purchase. And this is really cool because club membership, aka Beachbody On Demand. So if you haven't heard of what this is, I'm going to break it down for you in a nutshell. So this is huge because what this entails is your live streaming, okay? You also get meal plans, and on Beachbody On Demand, so Beachbody On Demand is live streaming of your purchase programs that you actually, like all the newer programs that you physically purchase, plus there's a whole library of a lot of the, like tons of the older programs and all kinds of sneak peeks and stuff like that that are included. And it's mind-blowing what you get with the Beachbody On Demand. I love it. I use it every single day, and I stream it to my television. And when I travel, I take my iPad with me. That's what that is. It's live streaming. It's like Netflix, say that 10 times fast. Netflix for fitness, right? It's awesome. Bonuses. So as your business grows, you get to take part of bonuses. So Beachbody saves 2% of earnings every quarter, and that is paid out once you reach certain rank levels. So 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, and you don't have to know the nitty-gritty and the details of what this what those mean, what those ranks mean, but there's huge potential there for income growth and adding to your income. So quarterly bonuses, they don't suck, just let me tell you. All right, and another thing is we don't have quotas to reach, and you can earn money like in your first week. You can come on board today and next week you can have an income. Okay, that's pretty sweet, right? And if you come into this business and you decide that you're not doing anything with it, then no one's coming to kick you out, really. Like, no one's coming to kick you out. You are still there. But we encourage you to join, and we encourage you to go out there and just kill it, right? And all these things that I just talked about above, like, that's what's changed my family's life in so many ways. Financially, the whole freedom with time, like, I can't even express how awesome it is, you know, after being on the road for for a long time, like 16 years on the road, and now I work in yoga pants from my home, like, and the biggest kicker for me is in the winter, because if you know what travel's like here in Alberta in the winter, it's deadly. Well, anywhere, any province is deadly. Any place you live where winter is hellish. Traveling every single day, like, you don't know what conditions you're going to meet. And when I wake up in the morning, I know when I was on the road, I'd wake up in the morning and I would look out the window and it'd be snowing. It's like I don't know, like, should I get in the car and should I drive? Because a lot of times I had to drive. Some of my furthest distances, I'm not kidding, was 7 hours away. It's a long time to drive. A long time to drive in snow, and what it is doing here might not be what it's doing in there. So the whole fact of the matter is, when I wake up in the morning and I look out the window and I see that it's like a rip-roaring blizzard, I'm like, pour myself another cup of coffee and cheers to this life, because that is huge. The fact that I get to see my family, my grandson, that I have friends now. I'm not saying I didn't have friends before, but I moved from across the country. I lived in the opposite side of the country. I moved to this province. I lived on the East Coast, and I'm almost on the West Coast here. I moved to this province, and I started work right away, and I was gone. Most of the time, I was gone. And I didn't get to know a whole lot of people here. I had my sister and a few friends that I went to school with that actually live here. That was kind of it in a nutshell. And everybody was just like, hey, you know, like, I kind of know who you are. See you. It's like a fleeting moment. And I didn't really get to know a lot of people. And now it's like, I'm part of the community. I am involved in things. I teach here at the local gym. I'm a fitness instructor. I get to go. If I feel like seeing Jude, Jude's my grandson, if I feel like seeing Jude, I get in my car and I go over and see him and get my hugs and my kisses for the day. And there's, like, you just can't put a price tag on that. I'm telling you, you can't. And I will continue to work hard to change my family's future, because this is important to me. And I hope you guys come into this and you do see the potential that this company has to offer, and like, you see that same potential for yourself. And you know, you don't have to start where I started. You don't have to be in the same situation where I was when I came into this company. And actually, to be honest, when I came into this company, I didn't know that it was going to be full-time. I just knew that I wanted to do it. And I do hope that you decide that you want more, and that you want that freedom and that success, and you know, whatever your version of success is. And I do want to pay it forward. That's why I do this. I want to pay it forward. I want to help other people see the potential to change their lives and know that the sacrifice, like all those mornings that I get up super early and all those nights, because there were a lot of nights that I sacrificed, that it was all worth it in the end. So that's it, guys. If you have questions, you can definitely throw them at me right now. I'll leave this up and rolling for a few minutes. If not, I will leave this. Obviously, this video will be posted in the event page. You can ask questions. You can come to me and ask questions personally. You can message me, or you can just post below here and I'll get you answered ASAP. So thank you so much for joining. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Cindy. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I hope that answered a few questions or a few, you know, misconceptions that you might have had about what this business entails. And like I said, there is so much more, but this is kind of like a nutshell version of things, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. So that's it. That's all. Have a fantastic night, guys. Chat soon. Peace out.